With prescription prices climbing and healthcare costs hitting record highs, more people are searching for natural, affordable alternatives. The Amish have quietly held the key all along. For generations, they've relied on nature's pharmacy, medicinal plants grown right in their backyards. No insurance, no long waits at the pharmacy, just time-tested remedies passed down through the ages. Have you ever wondered how to take control of your health without breaking the bank? You're watching Simply Amish, and here are 15 medicinal plants the Amish grow. Plantain. Plantain is one of those plants you walk past 100 times without noticing. It grows low to the ground with broad green leaves and little flower spikes, and chances are it's already in your yard. But to the Amish, plantain is more than just a weed. It's a natural first aid kit. They often let it grow along the edges of gardens or footpaths where it thrives quietly until someone needs it. If a child gets stung by a bee, or someone nicks their hand while chopping wood, a few crushed plantain leaves go straight on the wound. It draws out toxins, stops itching, and helps the skin heal faster. Some Amish even dry the leaves for winter use or make a simple salve with beeswax and oil. It's not fancy, but it works. And once you know what it looks like, you'll start seeing it everywhere. Feverfew. With its small, white-petaled flowers and feathery green leaves, feverfew might look more like a decorative garden plant, but among the Amish, it's prized for its medicinal value. They usually grow it in sunny, open spaces where it can spread freely, because once this plant takes root, it comes back year after year. And that's a good thing, because feverfew is a go-to remedy for something many people struggle with: migraines. Amish women often dry the leaves and make a simple tea, or prepare a tincture for longer storage. Some even chew a fresh leaf at the first sign of a headache, though the bitter taste isn't exactly pleasant. It's also been used for reducing fevers and general inflammation, which is how it got its name. For the Amish, having feverfew nearby is just another part of being prepared, like canning peaches or stacking firewood before the cold sets in. Elderberry. Elderberry is a staple in many Amish gardens, not just for its pretty clusters of dark berries, but for what those berries can do. You'll often find it growing at the back edge of the garden, where it can stretch tall and soak up the sun. It's harvested carefully in late summer, when the berries are dark purple and plump. That's when the real work begins. The Amish turn elderberries into syrup, usually cooked down with a bit of honey and maybe some cloves or cinnamon. It's their go-to during cold and flu season, passed around generously whenever someone starts sniffling. The berries are packed with antioxidants and have natural antiviral properties. Some families even dry the berries or flowers for teas in the colder months. It's not unusual to see rows of jars filled with deep purple syrup lined up on pantry shelves, ready for the first sign of a cough. Valerian. Valerian isn't the flashiest plant in the garden, but the Amish know exactly what it's good for, and they give it space to grow. It prefers moist, shaded areas, so you'll often see it planted near creek beds or in cooler corners of the herb garden. It grows tall with delicate white or pink flowers, but the real magic lies underground, in its roots. After the first frost, the roots are dug up, cleaned, and dried. They're used to make teas or tinctures that help with one of life's most common struggles: sleep. Valerian is known for its calming, sedative properties. It's often taken after a hard day in the field or when someone can't quiet their thoughts before bed. The smell is strong. Some say it's downright funky, but its effect is gentle and grounding. Among the Amish, valerian is like a lullaby in plant form, trusted and passed down through generations. Mullein. You can't miss mullein in an Amish garden. It grows tall, sometimes up to 6 feet, with soft, fuzzy leaves and bright yellow flowers that look like little torches. It might resemble a wild weed to the untrained eye, but the Amish grow it on purpose, usually along garden borders or even in open fields. They know its worth, especially when it comes to lung health. Mullein leaves and flowers are picked and dried to make herbal teas that help soothe coughs, bronchitis, and congestion. It's often the first thing they reach for when someone starts to feel a cold coming on. The leaves can also be infused in oil and used for earaches, a traditional remedy still popular in Amish households. Calendula. Calendula is one of the most cheerful-looking plants you'll find in an Amish garden. With its bright orange and yellow petals, it almost looks too pretty to be useful. But looks can be deceiving. The Amish grow it not just for beauty, but for its incredible healing power, especially for the skin. Calendula is usually planted in sunny beds, often near the kitchen garden, where it draws in pollinators and grows easily with little fuss. The petals are harvested, dried, and turned into soothing salves, oils, and teas. Amish families use it to treat minor cuts, burns, diaper rashes, and even eczema. Some even infuse the petals into oil and blend it with beeswax to make a gentle ointment that's safe enough for babies. Calendula is a classic example of how something simple and natural can do a lot of good. In Amish homes, it's a daily remedy hiding in plain sight. Echinacea. Echinacea, also known as cone flower, stands tall with its purple petals and spiky center, and it's one of the most trusted immune boosters in Amish herbal medicine. You'll often see it growing in tidy rows or scattered throughout flower beds, not just for its medicinal value, but because it's beautiful and attracts bees. The Amish know that a healthy garden starts with healthy pollinators. The roots and flowers are both used, either dried for teas or turned into tinctures. When someone feels a sore throat coming on or hears a sneeze at the dinner table, echinacea is usually the first thing they reach for. It's believed to help shorten colds, fight off infections, and strengthen the immune system overall. Chamomile. If you've ever had a cup of chamomile tea before bed, you already know what this plant is good for. Among the Amish, chamomile is more than a bedtime drink. It's a daily comfort, a gentle healer, and a calming friend. They grow it in quiet corners of the garden where it won't be disturbed, often letting it reseed itself each year. The tiny daisy-like flowers are picked in early summer and carefully dried. From there, they're used in teas to ease digestion, settle nerves, and help with sleep. Mothers give it to restless children, and elders sip it after meals. It's also used in homemade salves for skin irritations and even eye rinses for pink eye. The Amish love chamomile for its soft strength. It's mild, safe, and dependable. A single jar of dried flowers can get a family through an entire year of sleepless nights and upset stomachs. St. John's wort. St. John's wort is one of those plants the Amish grow for both body and spirit. With its sunny yellow flowers, it blooms around midsummer and has a long history in folk medicine. The Amish often plant it in open, sunny spots where it can soak up as much light as possible. It seems fitting since it's best known for lifting moods and easing anxiety. Once harvested, the flowers are often turned into tinctures or oils. Some families make infused oils for sore muscles and nerve pain, while others use it as a natural remedy for mild depression or emotional strain, especially in the darker winter months. It's handled with care, though, because St. John's wort can interact with certain medications. But when used wisely, it's a trusted remedy. In a world without antidepressants, the Amish rely on this plant to help restore balance, not just physically, but mentally too. Peppermint. Peppermint is more than just a flavor. It's a medicine chest in leaf form. In Amish gardens, it's often grown in tidy patches, though it tends to spread quickly if you let it. That's not always a bad thing though, because peppermint is one of their most used herbs, especially for stomach troubles. The leaves are picked fresh or dried for tea, and a warm cup after a heavy meal is almost a ritual in many homes. It soothes indigestion, eases nausea, and helps relax tense muscles. Some Amish families also make peppermint oil, which they use for headaches, just a dab on the temples, and for clearing sinuses during a cold. It's a cool, refreshing plant that does a bit of everything. Plus, it keeps pests away in the garden, making it a hard-working herb on all fronts. Lemon balm. Lemon balm is the kind of plant that just makes you feel better by being around it. It has a soft, lemony scent, and when you brush your hand over the leaves, it releases a calming fragrance. The Amish love it for that reason, and a few more. It's usually grown near the kitchen or by doorsteps, where it's easy to reach and use daily. Lemon balm is known for calming the nerves, lifting the mood, and supporting sleep. The leaves can be used fresh or dried for tea, or turned into tinctures and salves. Amish mothers often give it to anxious children or take it themselves during stressful times. It's also gentle on the digestive system and sometimes used in cold remedies. Lemon balm may not look dramatic in the garden, but it offers quiet comfort, exactly the kind of remedy the Amish appreciate most. Lavender. You'll find it along pathways, near windows, or by front porches, where its calming scent can drift through the air. It grows best in sunny spots with good drainage, and once established, it doesn't need much attention. The flowers are harvested in bunches and dried upside down in cool, dark places. Once dry, they're tucked into pillows, turned into sachets, or steeped into teas. Lavender is used for calming the mind, easing anxiety, and helping with sleep. Amish mothers often give it to restless children, and some even mix it into homemade cleaning solutions for its fresh, natural scent. In the evening, a little lavender tea or a few drops of oil in a bath is a quiet way to wind down. It's gentle, comforting, and always welcome in the home. Garlic. Garlic is one of those plants that's both a kitchen essential and a powerful medicine. The Amish grow it in rows, often in their kitchen gardens, where they can easily harvest the bulbs and use them fresh or store them for winter. Garlic isn't just for flavor, it's a natural antibiotic and immune booster. When someone in the community starts feeling under the weather, garlic is often one of the first remedies. It's used in everything from soups to tinctures. The Amish even believe it helps lower blood pressure, detoxify the body, and improve circulation. Some families chew raw garlic to fend off colds, while others make garlic oil or infuse it in honey for a natural remedy. It's one of those plants that, while humble, packs a punch when it comes to health benefit. Dandelion is another common yet incredibly useful plant in Amish gardens. The humble dandelion is packed with nutrients, including vitamins A, C, and K, and it's often used to cleanse the liver and support digestion. Amish families commonly make dandelion root tea or use the fresh leaves in salads. The roots are also dried and used for detoxifying purposes. Dandelion is often relied upon to improve overall health, as it's believed to help with everything from fluid retention to high blood sugar. And if you've ever wondered what to do with all those dandelions popping up in your yard, well, the Amish have been making good use of them for generations. Cannabis, while still controversial in some communities, has become a surprisingly common crop among some Amish farmers, not for personal use, but as a profitable agricultural venture. In parts of Pennsylvania and other regions, Amish growers have quietly entered the legal cannabis market, cultivating marijuana to sell to distributors and processors, often in states where demand has surged. Although cannabis is not traditionally used by the Amish themselves, its cultivation is seen as a practical way to support their farming-based lifestyle. Similar to how they've long grown hemp for its strong fibers, used in ropes, textiles, and other durable goods, some Amish communities have embraced cannabis as a cash crop, carefully managed and grown without modern machinery. The Amish typically avoid using cannabis medicinally or recreationally, in keeping with their values and beliefs. Instead, they focus on its commercial potential, viewing it as a means to sustain their farms and families in an increasingly challenging agricultural economy. Their participation in this industry reflects a pragmatic approach, embracing economic opportunity while maintaining the boundaries of their traditional way of life. And there you have it. 15 plants the Amish grow not just because they're useful, but because they work. These herbs aren't trendy or flashy. They're the kind of remedies passed from grandmothers to grandsons, the kind you use when you don't run to the pharmacy for every ache or sniffle. You don't need a huge garden or a lot of experience to start with a few, just a bit of curiosity and a patch of sunlight. Maybe this is your sign to get your hands in the dirt and see what kind of quiet wisdom might grow from it.